Sandy. Welcome back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, last session we kind of discussed some of your past and some of trauma related experiences that you had. And I know you were kind of struggling with discussing that verbally and talking about that out loud and how that made you feel. So are you open with trying an activity today to work through those emotions?
Yes, that'd be good.
Okay, great. So those emotions, I know they're hard to discuss verbally, so we're going to discuss some negative emotions you felt in the past and present and some positive emotions that you want to bring into your life. So we're going to do that through play therapy, and this is going to be an easier way, hopefully, for you to express yourselves. It's not, as verbally as we tried last session. It's more through an activity. So in this activity, I'm going to have you trace your left hand. I'm going to have you trace your right hand. On your left hand, I want you to discuss or write down any emotions that you have felt that are negative. So, for example, it could be anxiety, anger, grief, hopelessness, or whatever you feel when you're upset or you're thinking about your past or your trauma or you're just having a bad day. Then on your right hand, we're going to talk about positive emotions, and these emotions are what we want to add more of in your life. So, for example, joy, happiness, interest, anything that you want to bring into your life to impact your mood and your emotions more positively. So I'm going to have you start with tracing your left hand and discussing those kind of negative emotions.
Okay.
And you can write as many as you would like or as little as you like. Let's try to do at least 3 emotions. But if you feel the need to write more, then that's great also.
Okay. Let me think.
I know it's hard to express it, especially since I kind of put you on the spot, but I think this will help you more by the end of session, hopefully.
Okay. I
Okay.
wrote 3.
Okay, good. Good job. I'm glad that you could think about those and kind of bring those to the surface. So on here you wrote sadness, anxiety, and fear. So do you want to talk about those and maybe think of a time, maybe in the past week or 2 weeks that you have felt one of those, whichever one has been the most prominent. What kind of experience have you had in the past couple weeks that's brought up, say, like anxiety?
Anxiety. Well, I think of like my bad choices that I've made in life.
Okay. Do you want to tell me a little more about that?
Well, it just seems like, I don't have any confidence in myself. So, that brings me down. And I'm an overthinker, and that even makes it worse.
Yeah, that probably makes that anxiety worse.
Yes, it gets my anxiety up, and it's just, I need to stop overthinking so much.
Yeah.
I guess.
What do you think you could do to kind of bring that overthinking down?
I guess try to think of happy thoughts.
Yeah, so maybe like daily affirmations, positive affirmations, like
Yes.
I'm worthy, I'm awesome, I can do this, I'm strong.
Yes.
You think that could help?
Yes, because I need to build my confidence up
Yeah.
in myself.
Yeah, okay. So you've mentioned a couple of times that you would like to build your confidence up. So remember, your right hand is going to discuss any positive emotions or feelings that you want to bring into your life.
Yes.
So when you're writing that down, do you think confidence would be one that you would like to list?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do your right hand and we'll talk about your positive feelings that you want to bring into your life currently, such as confidence. You can add a few other things, happiness, whatever you feel in the moment, and we'll discuss that when you get finished. Okay.
May not have spelled that right.
That's okay. No worries. Okay, so you said on your right hand, remember this is some emotions and feelings that you want to add more into your life and kind of make that more of the forefront of your everyday life. So on your right hand, you said love, peace, confidence, and hope.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. That's really good. And, we discussed the confidence, bringing that more into your life. I know that's a big priority for you right now, but what about love? When you mean love, do you want more love for yourself, more love for others, or how would you describe that?
Well, I guess I just want to, I want to feel loved so I can be able to love other people.
Okay. So do you want to feel loved by other people more, or do you want to feel more loved by yourself?
First, I need to love myself.
Yeah, that's true. And do you feel like confidence maybe has a play in that?
Yes.
Maybe it plays a role in that? Okay.
Yes.
So you feel like building your confidence up would also build the love for yourself up. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm really proud of you for writing these. Do you want to talk a little bit more about peace or hope, peace within yourself or peace within your environment, the people around you? You want to describe that a little bit more?
Well, if you have peace, that makes, your confidence, I think, better. And you've got to have hope. If you don't have peace or hope, then there's really nothing. I mean, there's not much you can do in life. You've got to keep your hope up.
Yeah, right.
So
we discussed the daily affirmations, to help build your confidence, that I'm worthy and stuff like that. But how do you feel like you could get that peace and hope up in your everyday life? What are maybe something that you could do to remind yourself or keep yourself grounded?
Just keep telling myself that I'm good enough.
Yeah.
That, and try to improve little by little every day. Just keep thinking that instead of thinking negative, think positive.
Yeah, and that could definitely maybe reduce your feelings of sadness and anxiety and fear. Yeah, so you think the daily affirmations, things like that could work.
Yes.
So do you feel like this activity was a little bit easier to discuss your emotions, kind of broke it down, wasn't so overwhelming than just a verbal conversation?
Yes, this, because this will tell me what I need to work on other than just, I will know, writing it down seems like you can speak it out better.
Yeah, great. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you take that home and just look at it. That can be your daily reminder of, positive affirmations, working on yourself, increasing your love, your peace, your confidence, and your hope. Do you think that would help seeing this every day? Maybe if you taped it up in your bathroom?
Yes. Okay. Just a reminder to know I need to be working on this hand instead of the bad one.
I understand, yeah. Well, good. Well, I'm really proud of you, and I'm really happy of how today went. And how are you feeling after today's session?
I feel better.
Okay.
I feel a lot better. I feel like peace is coming back to me slowly but surely.
Okay, great. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Well, I'll see you next week.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.